Oh yeah, the one thing I was extremely excited about. Oh my god, when I found out this, I thought I was going to jail, bro. It should be illegal, bro. This strategy, my god, when I came up with this, I thought like, damn, really should not do a video on this. But here I am. Oh, Leute, habe ich am Start. So today, I cannot sleep because I'm thinking about Pokemon. Now that's not true. I mean, it kinda is. Today, I wanna talk about the top 10, 20, 40, 50, whatever things I wanna try out in the new VGC Series 13. So I have already tried out some stuff against my friend, like this crazy meme team. Crazy. Look at this. You got the weakness policy Lugia, which you can beat up, or Shadow Sneak to activate the policy. Or you can go for Child Scarf No Retreat and then cycle it up, or kill it with Spectral Thief. You got the Keldeo with Surf, so you can activate the Gastrodon, which also you can beat up. When you have Brutal Swing Taunt to also activate policy, and then you can swagger your Keldeo to activate the Lumberry and get the physical attack boosted, or you can swagger opponents and then steal the boost with Marshadow, right? Unfortunately, my friend kinda wrecked me with like that team and also all my other teams. So first of all, let's actually talk about the things that he used that he actually won against me. First of all, Barraskewda. If you guys don't know, this man actually used Barraskewda since Series 11. Yes, Jan is such a legend. It's Jan, by the way, if you didn't know. Like, this man is such a legend. So obviously, you guys all know Barraskewda, right? You just life orb, like liquidate, bounce, poison jab or whatever. I mean, rest proof really up to debate. I personally like Psychic Fangs because you can break screens. And yeah, just make it faster when you're lucky. Is this guy faster when you're lucky? Yeah, absolutely. Because this like 136 speed doubles, right? So you can be faster when you're lucky, and after max airstream boost, Choice Scarf Kyogre will be faster when opposing a lucky as well. If I remember correctly. If not, I will edit this so that I can correct myself. Yeah, so can I close this ad? No. Okay. I don't care if Britney Spears might be pregnant, bro. Like, what is this ad about? Who knows? Next up, Victini. Everyone's talking about Victini. So, the set that dragged me was actually Victini plus Gordon. But actually Assault Vest Victini and then Choice Scarf Gordon. I realized this a bit too late. Just before I max airstream thinking I could outspeed the Gordon. But no. So why is this good? Well, you get the sun up, and when Assault Vest Victini doesn't die, Choice Scarf Groudon is faster than pretty much everything, including Calyrex Shadow, and Assault Vest Victini doesn't even die to like water moves because of the sun, obviously. And then, yeah, it can just go for moves like V-Create. Unfortunately, the 180 base power move turns to 150 base power, which really stinks. And also you cannot use Bolt Strike, so you have to use Volt Tackle. Isn't it called Volt Tackle? Oh no, Wild Charge. Sorry, Wild Charge. If you wanna do electric type damage to Kyogre. So why is this good? Well, what beats this? Obviously water types, right? So Kyogre. If Kyogre is faster, that means Sun, which it's not gonna be, actually. Wait. Yeah, Kyogre actually beats this, doesn't it? Yeah? If it Dynamaxes, yeah. If not, it just gets outsped in one shot by Wild Shot. Or like like a max move. And also, Victory Star means that Gordon's blades actually get way more accurate, right? So, on my phone, I got some ideas as to not spoil you, and also because I don't have my PC everywhere with me in my pocket all of the times. So, I actually thought about one team which. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, check this out. So, one thing that I thought of was. Let's actually make a new team. One thing that I thought about was to use like Victini, right? Plus Groudon. But then you give Groudon a Lumberry And then what you also can do is you put Grimsnarl on the team, and you give Grimsnarl Swagger. So that way, you can Swagger your Groudon and get a +2 attack boost, and also this means you cannot get like burned by Cardiac Shadow, for example, right? But oh, speaking of, there's actually another thing I want to talk about. So you give this guy a Lumberry, right? But then what you can also do, Marshadow. I have talked about this before in my last video. Dude, honestly, after testing this, I have to say I don't think Marshadow will actually be broken. Because either you run a Focus Sash and like Spectral Thief or whatever, and then you don't do any damage. Shadow Sneak is gonna be really good. I feel like Marshadow is just gonna be the new Urshifu, which you have sitting in the back and revenging everything. Because Technician boosted Shadow Sneak is gonna be busted. What's also gonna be busted is actually Rock Tomb. Also gets Technician boosted and is a really good farmer speed control. Well, it's worse than literally every other farmer speed control, but it is a farmer speed control. But my idea was basically you swagger your opponents and when Marshadow comes in and gets the kill, right? And this is something that you can do late game, right? Let's say the opponent has like a really bulky sort of team, like Incineroar, Rillaboom stuff, for example, right? You just swagger the Rillaboom, kill it off with Special Thief, and then you just close combat everything to death, right? Or like Drain Punch if you wanna get your health back, for example, right? Or even Ice Punch or whatever. I think this is gonna be a really good strategy. It's gonna be quite solid. Oh yeah, speaking of Groudon, Zarude. Now, why Zarude? The only reason I wanna use this is because I wanna use every single mythical Pokemon, right? As you guys know. Subscribe if you wanna see this, by the way. So I'm trying to come up with strategies that actually make everything viable, right? Including Zarude. So why the hell would you ever use Zarude outside of you wanna use it, right? Because it's Zarude. Well, Leaf Guard, terrible ability. But think about this. Cardiac Shadow. So what does Cardiac Shadow do? Either it pairs up with a Lecky and destroys everything. But this guy beats both. So you can either give it like a Assault Fist, or maybe a Cobra Berry for physical, Lecky's Max Airstream, right? And then you just like Power Whip or even Solar Blade, for example, right? It's definitely more consistent than Power Whip. Black Laria. And already you have a counter to Cardiac Shadow or Lecky. Before this, we actually had to use Crocodile, which I actually have done with like a Choice Scarf set with like Bulldoze, or it gets beat up too. Like you can still use Crocodile, don't get me wrong, I think it's gonna be quite busted this series against like Hyper Offense, especially like in the in-game early meta where everyone's gonna use Hyper Offense. But Zarude is probably gonna be better, right? But not only this, it also gets Growth. So you can potentially set up, I don't know, like the issue is with Growth, you have Sun, need Sun to be up, which quite stinks. This guy also gets Big Break. I don't think he gets coaching. I think I already checked. Yeah, that's a shame. This guy would have been an amazing coaching Pokemon. Because with Leaf Guard, you make it so Gordon cannot get burned. So the other set that people run with Cardiac Shadow, the defensive set, with like Snarl and Will-O-Wisps, you literally shut down Will-O-Wisps. You can put this guy next to Gordon. Oh yeah, it's already here. And then just run something like this. Or, what I actually saw in Moxie Boosted's video, you can run like Rock Slide or even Rock Tomb, so that way you can one-shot opposing Charizard. And then you can pair this guy with something like a Cardiac Shadow. Or maybe, if you are feeling very crazy, actually a Mewtwo, which can also profit from the sun, if you wanna give it like Flamethrower or probably Fire Blast, right? And then you can give it the Unnerve ability, right? So that way Zarude can actually one-shot Charizard. Actually, if you want Mewtwo, you can actually probably already give it like a rock move, like Ancient Power, to one-shot Charizard. So probably you wanna run Cardiac Shadow next to it, right? So you can actually beat opposing Cardiac Shadow. So give this guy like Protect, for example. And then you can also free up your own Cardiac Shadow as well. So this is in theory actually quite good, which is exactly what we are trying to talk about today. But actually might be quite good. Unexpectedly, it's actually gonna be Jirachi. So why would you use Jirachi? Well, it gets Trick Room. But literally every mythical Psychic type gets Trick Room in this format. And also Magirna, which is also a Steel type. So why would you use Jirachi over these? Well, First of all, spoiler. First of all, Steel Beam. So, why wouldn't this be a Dialga? Well, obviously Fling, I spoiled you already, but Steel Beam actually, user loses 50% of a max HP, which actually means that you can kill your Trick Room setter. One of the issues what I really don't like about Trick Room, and don't get me wrong, I love Trick Room, it's one of my favorite playstyles, properly after Hyper Offense, like I'd say, like Hyper Offense, Trick Room, and then like, I don't know, I don't care. I don't care anymore at that point, right? You can actually kill your own Trick Room setter with Steel Beam, which is gonna be amazing. Because that way, that means you get the most out of your Trick Room turns. And also, let's say you get a Zacian subbing up, which you won't definitely a lot of my Trick Room teams. You can just Steel Beam back with Substitute and then you're gonna be good, right? But what I actually wanna try out is if you give this guy like a Mushroom Brace and then you fling, this actually means that your Jirachi is gonna be slower than Calyrex Ice, assuming you give this guy like a minus speed nature, assuming also it's level 50. So, level 50, level 50. I actually hunted a 0 speed Jirachi just for this. So let's say you're like 0 speed, quiet, right? And when you have a Calyrex and you make it brave, where is it? Brave. You have 63 speed, and then Jirachi, it's gonna be 94 divided by 2, which is gonna be right under Calyrex Shadow. And now, what you can do, also if you wanna use this on Showdown, I would recommend giving this 8 investments. So this way, because this divided by 2 is like, I think, 52.5. So this should be slower. If not, just give it like 10 or 11 speed points or whatever. But since I'm gonna wanna use this in-game, I wanna have 31 and then a Brave Nature, because I do not wanna hunt for like a 10 speed IV Calyrex, because that would mean I would have to play through Sword and Shield again, which I will not do. But the idea is, you fling this guy with Mushroom Brace, and then you give this guy a weakness policy. So what does this mean? Well, a lot of people are gonna run Melmetal in order to beat Calyrex, because Melmetal with a choice band can actually one-shot Calyrex Ice, or you can just give it like not a choice band and like Dynamax it or whatever, right? But if you fling this guy a Machu Brace, the weakness policy will activate, and then you get the Machu Brace, meaning you will actually be slower, even with a 63 speed, because this will be halved. So if we take this guy, give it 0 speed, and we make it Brave Nature, and level 50, 35. So I have done the math already. I hope I'm not embarrassing myself right now, but this should be slower than Melmetal, and then you can just go for high horsepower or Vex Quake, and Melmetal will be obliterated into all hell. Unfortunately, I do not know how this works in game, and I wanted to figure it out, but I didn't have the time to get my Jirachi. I already got the 0 speed Jirachi, but to get this guy battle ready will take some time, and also obviously I wanna figure out like the EVs and stuff that I want on my Jirachi before I build it in game as well. So I've been grinding a lot to get like all of my mythicals and stuff, and also to get them battle ready. I've been grinding as well. But this is one of the strategies I am most excited for. This is probably gonna make like Trick Room beat the Trick Room counters and make it really busted, I hope, in theory. Like this is one of the threats I'm most excited for. I really hope this works, but it really should. Right, you first activate the policy and then you don't have any item and then you fling it a Mushroom Brace, right? That should be same with like if you fling something as a Luckberry, obviously it still gets the speed boost, right? So it should in theory work out, but I don't know. This is one of the strategies I'm most excited for. This is gonna be so nutty. So, next up, oh, do you wanna have another banger? No, I think I will wait. This strategy is actually gonna be, like, illegal. At least I hope so. Okay, next up, let's continue with the Trick Room teams. Next up, Diancie. So, yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, I just watched Moxie Boosted's video and they're quite, like, this, actually I didn't know this. Look at Carving stat, look at Diancie stat. like 150 defense and special defense 50 HP, but then 50 attack, and then this guy gets like 100 attack and special attack, right? Which you're not gonna make a lot of use out of, but... Oh, wait. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. I thought I didn't get this, actually. Damn. Uh, oh, looks like carving was good all along. I've actually used carving before. I used like a Misty Explosion, and then I had Weakness Policy Zekrom, and also I had Trick Room as well. And then I had like other moves, like other support moves. I don't know if exactly what, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter, right? So Diancie probably not gonna be good. Like I know that's a +1 thinks Diancie is gonna be really good, but I kinda doubt it. The set that I wanna run is actually Diamond Storm, Body Press, Iron Defense, and then Trick Room. Reason being, one of the ways to beat Trick Room is by stalling it out, obviously, right? But you cannot stall out on setup sweepers, right? And the good thing about Diancie is you can actually not only do incredible amounts of damage with your Iron Defense Body Press, you can also like set up risk free, right? Like typically, a typical like setup Pokemon on a Trick Room would be, uh, let's me think about this. Let's say something with like Sword Dance, like Sword Dance. Uh, I don't know, Quadrant for example, right? Let's say, right? But obviously, if you go for Sword Dance on a predicted protect, but the opponent doesn't protect, that's a huge risk. But if you go for Iron Defense, that's not gonna be as risky, because why? Why would it be risky? What are you risking? That you get hit by a physical move? Or that you are getting hit by a special move, which is Psychic Seeds come in actually. So with Psychic Seeds, you have like huge speed def and defense, right? So you could probably get away with something like this. Oh yeah, also Diamond Storm has a chance to raise the user's defense, which is really nice. So, and also you cannot get intimidated. So that way you can beat, for example, Charizard, which is also a huge threat to Calyrex Ice and Atrico, for example, right? So you can use this guy, and this guy actually with a Psychic Seed should be able to take on Pokemon like Calyrex Shadow, for example, or like, well, most spread move actually hit this guy still up for some big damage, but like it's good into Yveltal as well. Since a lot of these Trick Room setters are gonna be Psychic type, so Yveltal and stuff are gonna have a good matchup, but not into this Diancie. So this actually might be really nice. You can also check Pokemon like sorry, I got a little bit of a hiccup. Like opposing Calyrex Ice and stuff, right? So this is another guy I'm really excited to use. Another guy is actually Celebi. I also got really lucky, and while transferring mons from Pokemon Go, I actually got a 0-speed Celebi, which is amazing. This guy is gonna be trash. Obviously, it's probably gonna be another Trick Room setter. You do get Expanding Force, but at this point, obviously, you just run Lunala, right? You can also get like Solar Beam if you wanna hit these Gastrodons, really, which no one is doing because you don't need to. You look, this is literally a worse Lunala, right? But this guy does get Perish Song. So you can use this in a Perish Song team, which I wanna try out. That sounds really fun. Like Perish Song Celebi actually might be really busted under Trick Room. Next up, I also got incredibly lucky. I got a Victini with almost 0 speed. So why? So again, let's give this guy a Macho Brace. Look at this. Expanding Force. Overheat. Like Thunder or whatever. Trick Room. If you give this guy exactly 0 speed, you will speed tie with opposing Calyrex Ice. But this guy is actually a Trick Room setter that can beat Calyrex Ice and Magirna and Melmetal as well. This guy is gonna be super busted in Trick Room and also outside of Trick Room. But in Trick Room with a Macho Brace, I mean, obviously you might not be doing that much damage, but this is the thing that Sun Room needed, right? You get a Zacian counter, you get... I can try to beat Kyogre, but not gonna be the best. But outside of Kyogre, this guy is gonna go nutty. Hella nutty. So I'm gonna be very excited to use my zero speed like Celebi and Victini. And since my Victini actually doesn't have like zero speed, I think I got like 3 or 4 or 5 in it, speed points or whatever. We can still outspeed Karlek's Ice outside of Trick Room, so I hope it's gonna be a bit more reliable. Yeah, I'm gonna be really excited to use this guy as well. Let's see. So what else do I have on my list? Oh yeah, the one thing I was extremely excited about. Oh my god, when I found out this, I thought I was going to jail, bro. It's gonna be so broken. So Magina, the most versatile Pokemon in the format. Shift Gear, Call Mind. This shouldn't surprise you. Let's give it Iron Defense 2, okay. You know what? Okay, that's fine. But now, Baton Pass. Baton Pass, boys. I'm gonna be using Baton Pass Magina. Obviously, I would always recommend running Dazzling Gleam over this. Give this guy a weakness policy. Give this guy like a Grassy Seed. Give this guy, like, you could run it like Grassy Seed next to Willaboom, for example. Easy Fake Out, easy Kyogre check, for example, right? Checks can try to check like Gordon and stuff as well, right? Give this guy like a dual screens with like a Grimmsnarl. Right? And then just Baton Pass. But into who? Obviously, you can Baton Pass into Groudon, you can Baton Pass into Kyogre, but you know who's a good a good partner for Gordon and Kyogre? Victini. But this is not even it, boys. Do you know why Victini is gonna be such a good Pokemon to Baton Pass into? Oh yeah, Sword Power. Uh, oh yeah. If you Dynamax this, Sword Power actually gets really strong. I think it gets like a 130 base power. I don't know, I asked Jan about this, and Sword Power when you max it is gonna be really nice. So you can give this guy like an Assault Vest. And if this isn't enough, you can also give it Psych Up. Oh yeah. But bro, I cannot wait to destroy people with Sword Power Victini. Like, and Magina. And if you thought, okay, but Regieleki destroys this, guess who gets Power Trip? Crocodile, baby! No Calyrex Shadow, Elecki will destroy this because we got a Power Trip Crocodile, bro. Baton Pass is gonna be, it should be illegal, bro. This strategy, my god, when I came up with this, I thought like, damn, I really should not do a video on this. But here I am. Here I am. This is gonna be so nutty. Okay, now let's go into more meme kind of strategies. Actually, it's less memey than Baton Pass, but Baton Pass is actually gonna be absolutely busted in my opinion. So this guy, people are really scared of the 180 base power V-Create. But V-Create got quite some big dropbacks. Lowers the stats users, defense, special defense, and speed. Dude, do you know? Wait, I just realized this. Isn't there a Pokemon that can switch in and then reset the drops with Curious Medicine, bro? Oh my god, I just realized. Oh my god, this is gonna be so busted, bro. Yo. Dude, imagine you go for like a Choice Scar Victini. You get like 2 kills with V-Create. And when you get in Slowking, Curious Medicine up. It's gonna be busted. What I actually thought about was Haze. So Volcanion actually gets Haze, as you can see. Calyrex Shadow also gets Haze, which is quite nice. Like obviously, you could lose like Melodic and stuff, but why would you, right? But bro, Slowking, the Curious Medicine, I cannot wait for the Video to Needle video where he uses this. Oh my god, that's gonna be so nutty. Oh, another threat that's gonna go absolutely crazy. Have I told you guys how Calyrex Shadow with a weakness policy can beat Melmetal if it's slower? Well, you give Melmetal an Iron Ball, and then Rock Tomb. This actually means you always underspeed opposing Melmetals, which is gonna be really nice, because obviously you wanna underspeed opposing Melmetals if you can, right? And then you give Calyrex Shadow like a weakness policy. weakness policy. Oh, actually, I haven't done the math on this. So let's say we make this guy like 0 speed, right? Like 0 speed, brave. I have not done the math on this. So this guy with 0 speed, brave. I think Cardiac Shadow should be slower. I don't know, I don't want to do the math on camera and spend like 20 minutes figuring this out. So instead, let's go into more crazy strategies. I think this is actually all that I thought of. Tompas. Okay, but one more thing. Dude, finally, you got a counter to Zashi and Ogre. Finally. This guy with like a sugar berry. It's gonna be so nutty, boys. Just dual weather this guy. I actually love dual weather. If you guys don't know, in Series 11 I actually built a team with my friend Jan, who was the guy who beat me all the time. I'm quite rusty in VGC to be fair, but my strats are gonna be nutty as hell. This team actually got it to top 200 on the VGC showdown ladder, and it was dual weather with Obama, Snow, and Groudon. Yes, I love myself some dual weather. I really love it. So Volcanion dual weather is gonna be busted as all hell, boys. I really love it. It also gets Brick Break. Dude, I love myself some Brick Break users. Oh yeah, what I haven't even talked about, Magina with a Baton Pass, right? With a Soul Heart. It's gonna be so busted. Like every time a Pokemon dies, like every time, this guy gets a Soul Heart boost. My god. This thing with a Tompa is gonna be nutty. But I cannot wait to use this. Like this feels so much like a Cybertron thumbnail. Oh my god, I didn't expect this move from Agirna. Holy smokes, guys. Dude, this is gonna be so nutty, dude. The heat is gonna be so crazy on my channel. So make sure, like I said, to subscribe. And now I wanna know your guys' thought. What are you thinking of these strategies? Do you think they're inconsistent and bad? Yes. 90% of them are probably gonna be bad. But 10% are gonna be quite good. Oh yeah, I just thought of another one. So this guy's over, gets Plasma Fist, right? What does Plasma Fist do? Normal moves become electric for this turn. So, what I actually recommend is using this Thunderous, and then you can give it Hyper Beam. Dude, 150 base power makes lightning. Oh my god, and you can also use Discharge to heal up Zeraora. And then also you can give it like Snarl, Quick Guard, so that way you don't get faked out, like a focuser set for example. Obviously you can give it Electro Web, you can give it whatever, right? You can also give it Electrify. Wait, it doesn't get it. Oh, well, guess I have to use Bullet then. Can also give it like Thunder Wave or whatever. This is gonna be really fun. Obviously you can also use like Toxicity with Boom Burst. Like that's a +1 set, but I feel like this is way too weak to ground. And this guy actually gets quite some stuff to back himself up, like Grass Knot. So that way you can beat Gastrodons and stuff, or Groudons, which would otherwise beat you. So that's gonna be quite nice. So, are there any more strategies to think about? Let's see. So Magina, I've already talked about a lot of different Magina sets in my other video. Make sure to check it out for some more ideas. It's gonna be quite nutty. Oh yeah, also beat up Keldeo will probably be very bad. Oh yeah, Genesect. I haven't talked about Genesect ever, I think. Genesect, I'm absolutely not excited to use this guy. Very squishy, very strong, very inconsistent ability. Yes, you get U-turn, but I don't wanna be like the guy with the Mega Beedrill team who has like Amoonguss and like 10 switch-ins to everything and then like one Pokemon that does damage. I think this guy is gonna be best with a Choice Scarf. But actually what I think is gonna be the best set on this guy is gonna be Electro Web. Because you can run this guy next to Cardiac Shadow. Unfortunately, this is gonna be quite tough because obviously people are gonna use Eleki, right? So, or actually no, it's gonna be really bad because also people are gonna use Zeraora. So don't use this actually. I wonder does Genesect get any form of support moves? Status. Let's see. Does it get anything good? Oh, it gets shift gear. Oh. Oh, it gets gravity. Does it still get gravity? No way. There's no way this guy still gets gravity. Or shift gear. What? Does this guy get these? Let's again a sec. Let's see. I'm gonna use the German side because I'm not about to like look this up in English. I'm sorry, boys. So, uh, so unfortunately, I don't think Genesect gets extreme speed anymore. It still gets quick attack, which is quite tough. So U-turn Electro Whip, it still gets this. Gets loads of coverage, as you guys can see. Steel Beam, okay, that's gonna be bad as hell. Giga Drain, okay. Looks like it doesn't actually get like shift gear and gravity, which sucks, bro. Like this one is gonna be like you're gonna give this guy a choice scav and hope you can one-shot things, which is not gonna be the best. It also gets like screen shade metal sound, but you need like yeah, you like need the choice scarf on this guy in order for it to be good, I think. Yeah. That's just gonna be one of these ones that people are gonna use a bit and we're not anymore. Because there are so many Pokemon that are like so strong. Why would you use this guy? Wait, actually? Wait, Steel Beam might actually be crazy. Hold up. If you Dynamax this boy and go for a Steel Beam. Actually, you know what you could do? You could use Genesect. And then you could use Blacephalon with Mind Blown. And then put this next to Magina, and then you give the Magina like 10 boosts and try to sweep. Oh yeah, another thing that I really want to try out is Magina plus Kyogre. Similar to Zashi and Ogre, I think that's gonna make Magina just absolutely busted. Since obviously, yeah, you guys know the drill, right? I really hate that Kyogre is in this format. I really like Kyogre as a Pokemon, but it's gonna make so many strategies unviable. Like for example, Trick Room Torkoal would be something that I'm really excited about, because you can beat like Pokemon like Magina and Melmetal, but obviously every team with a Magina and Melmetal is gonna have a Kyogre on it as well. So that completely makes Torkoal viable. Oh, well I just saw another one of my strategies, actually. Which is going to be if you put in what I cannot spell, Melmetal, and you give this guy a weakness policy. Obviously nothing is gonna be slower than Melmetal to activate a policy. Wait, just kidding, lul. Torkoal actually is slow and it gets bulldozed. So that way you can activate the weakness policy on the Melmetal and still be slower than Melmetal. And obviously if you lead, if the opponent for example got their own Melmetal in the back and you go for the bulldoze, you're gonna be slower, right? So you could use like some supportive Torkoal with like Burn and Jealousy for example to burn opposing Melmetals as well. Then you can make this guy slow and strong, and also give it Thunder Punch, so that way you are actually gonna be able to beat Kyogre and Magina, because obviously you get high horsepower, and like double Iron Bash as well, is gonna be super strong. So yeah, overall, I think my favorite strategies are gonna be the Baton Pass Magina, which is gonna be absolutely busted. Volcanion as a Pokemon, I'm extremely excited to try out, but Baton Pass Magina by far my favorite strategy. My second favorite strategy is definitely the Fling Macho Base Jirachi.